Hello friends and welcome to my channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about a very small cap company, you can say a micro cap company, WEBSOL Energy, and what we need to do in this share, which is coming at attractive levels, but should you buy or not? Let's discuss that. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation, and people taking any position into any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research. And I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Now about WEBSOL Energy. It is a leading provider of crystalline solar cells or solar PV modules. So basically it is in a domain or a sunrise sector, which is in the solar sector or renewable energy. And talking about renewable energy and the solar sector, I have put up a video on Urja Global, and you can have a look at that video. The link is right here in the video as well on the right side. So you can have a look at Urja Global as well, and why I discussed that as to why that should not be bought at the moment. And a similar kind of response is for WEBSOL Energy, which is also one of the leading players in the PV modules segment, but in a slightly different product category uh, as Urja Global is. So this was established in 1990. It produces solar PV modules, and they supply to leading power plants, remote communication, and rural electrification. So basically, what it seems like when I looked at the company website and the description about the company is that they produce solar PV panels and probably supply it to companies like Urja Global, who install it or they make changes into it and make the commercial or the retail installation of the same. And basically, if the demand of such products or this sector doesn't pick up, these companies would not perform better. I'll discuss about the numbers later on in this presentation. uh, it is a part of a sunrise sector, which has been regarded as sunrise sector since 2002-3, when the rallies began, the magnificent or the big bull run began in Suzlon Energy. From about 3.5 rupees, it went all the way to 340 rupees, 100x in something like 2 to 3 years. So even at that time, solar and wind energy and hydel energy was regarded as sunrise sectors, and even today, 15 years later, it is the same. Uh, they basically have products like solar panels, PV modules, and project installations. They provide the services for project installation as well, which I guess even Urja Global also provide, and they are perhaps a better or a bigger company than WEBSOL in itself. But there are many other top 10 companies in the solar panel or solar PV module installation segment, which I discussed in the Urja Global video as well. So the numbers, nothing to write home about. It has a market cap of 52 crores. So it is a very minute company, a micro cap. But company is in losses, and losses are expanding. Although the June quarter was good and it showed profits in June, but the numbers are up and down. So what they did was they had an operating profit of 9 crores in FY15, but it is now at a loss of 24 and a half crores. The income has dipped from 313 crores in FY15 to only 94 crores today. So you can say this has a declining trajectory of income and profitability. So what are the reasons for the fall? One of the reasons that I did not put in in this slide is of declining profitability, which is the major reason that the company is not making profits and the income is going down. So it's as simple as that. That is the first criteria to look at any company, and so people are not investing into it. Big money is not coming into, or smart money is not coming into WEBSOL Energy, and the stock is not moving higher. Other reasons would be high raw material cost, as silicon is now becoming expensive. With you can say the commodity prices all across the board have risen, whether it's gold, steel, anything else. So the silicon prices has also risen, and it is perhaps the major raw material component for PV modules. So that is hurting the company. There's low demand for such products, so it's not like everybody is running or gunning for renewable energy at the moment. It was not the it was the same situation 15 years back, and today is in the same domain as well. The installation charges are higher, so whenever somebody, I'm talking about retail space, whenever people or in houses, people would like to install PV modules for their house, and they don't want to take electricity in the conventional manner, they would have to spend lakhs to install it for the whole house. And that is where the problem lies, and probably government intervention is required. And that's where I said that government incentives is required, in the sense that people would be more inclined towards buying such products for their houses, whether it's rebates or no taxes at all, or whatever, for the company or for the people to install such products. They are giving incentives at the moment, but they are not good enough and not helping the demand to pick up. So that is what I guess is required, and the sector is still in doldrums. Nobody looks at this sector, I mean big investors or HNIs etc., into the renewable energy segment. And it is very difficult for the sector to pick up if a large money or the big money is not coming into it. So, what should be the strategy for you in such stocks? You need to avoid for the time being. I'm not saying that you need to avoid and never buy such stocks. We could see a change in stance from Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman any time. So we could have a press conference with regard to renewable sources of energy and with regard to more subs for this sector. So anything can happen. You have to keep your eyes and ears open. If things change on the ground, if there are materialistic changes in the government stance on these on this sector, then the stock will pick up before the numbers would come in. So this could go up 3 4 times in no time whatsoever. So this could go up 4 times in a month or like that. But things need to change on the ground, and there should be more subs for the industry and for people who want to install such products. The numbers, if that doesn't happen, then you need to wait for the numbers to stabilize. Let the company show 3 4 quarters 5 quarters of good profitability, and the company comes up with their good annual reports and the forecast for better earnings in the future, probably new products, or they are getting into tie-ups with the foreign companies etc. So something needs to change in the company in terms of their working, in terms of their operations, for the company to do well and for you to buy the stock. It is always regarded as a sunrise sector, but it has never picked up. So you need to take that into consideration. It is like in the capital goods segment. Since 2011, I've been hearing that the capital goods sector would pick up, and L&T and etc. other stocks would do really well. But they have not done well compared to, say, pharma, IT, or other export oriented companies, or for that matter, consumer companies. So buy profit making firms which are giving you 20 25% profit yearly, whether it's small cap, large, or mid cap, but they have to be profit making companies. And you need to put only 5% of your total amount if you are buying something which is not very prominent, or something which has not being giving a lot of profits continuously over the last 3 4 5 years. So companies which are small or mid cap, put only 5% of your money, so that if you lose all, then even then you'll have 95% of your money intact and safe. So this was my video on WEBSOL energy. Please like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get my video straight away when I post it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I can tell you that I'll come up with a multi-bagger idea on Sunday, so do stay tuned for that. Thank you very much.